Anxiety we have. Anxiety about small things that happen in our everyday life. Like your daddy, your mama is late. Okay, 6 o'clock, okay, fine. 7 o'clock, it's okay. 8 o'clock, a bit anxiety is there. And when it's 9 o'clock, and when your daddy, usually his time is 7 o'clock, and if it is 9 o'clock, then anxiety creeps in, right, friends? And then we don't know what to do. I have gone through this. It can be anything. It can be your daddy is late. It can be your daughter is late. It can be you're traveling by plane. It happens, right? You're traveling by plane and you are anxious. Oh my God. How many of you traveled by plane? All of you? How is the experience? I will share my own experience as well. So, there are many situations in our life when we get anxious. Mark Twain has rightly said, Mark Twain says that my life is full of tragedies, but very few actually happened. My life is full of tragedies, but very few actually happened. What it means? It means that in our life, every day, we face anxiety. We are anxious. Oh my God, if this happens, if my dad is late, if something happens to him, if he meets with an accident, you all catastrophize it. All of you have done that, no? Catastrophize it. You imagine, oh my God, my dad, he's driving, traveling, an accident. He doesn't wear a helmet. It's raining outside. In fact, when I was also same. I used to have the fear that one day my dad will not return. And one day actually it happened that my dad did not return. I mean, he died. I was close to him at that time. But I had that fear that your loved ones, you think negative about your loved ones, that he will not come. You don't think that negative about your enemy, but you think negative about your loved ones. And sometimes you feel ashamed, you feel embarrassed about why I'm thinking so negative about my loved ones. In fact, when I was also same. I used to have the fear that one day my dad will not return. And one day actually it happened that my dad did not return. I mean, he died. I was close to him at that time. But I had that fear that your loved ones, you think negative about your loved ones, that he will not come. You don't think that negative about your enemy, but you think negative about your loved ones. And sometimes you feel ashamed, you feel embarrassed about why I'm thinking so negative about my loved ones. And it works. Whatever I'm going to teach you, it works. But today, when I use this method, from my personal experience, I'm telling you guys that this method is working with me. So friends, understand, basically our natural tendency is to catastrophize. Catastrophize means what? To think the worst possible scenario. Yes or no? Worst possible. Out of all the things, you think the worst. Right? Suppose your dad is late. What are the reasons? Suppose 10 reasons are there. And out of 10 reasons, you focus on the worst. Yes or no? So that is how our mind works. Now let us see that if you can think clearly and if you can discipline yourself, you can overcome this problem. And it works. It works with me also. See, let us take this. Let us take the event. What is the event? Dad late. My dad is late. So, here you get emotions. Which emotion you get? Anxiety. Worry. Anxiety. Let us take anxiety, okay? Which emotion? Anxiety you get. How much anxious you are? How much anxious? Can we say 80% anxious? We can't quantify it, but we can figure out, okay, I'm a bit anxious. Okay. So, let us make a table. Now, what I'm doing, I'll tell you. I am making you think clearly. I'm making you think clearly, I'm making you think rationally. And you can think clearly and rationally only when you put your thoughts on paper. Then only you get clarity. Because when you put your thoughts on paper, your neocortex comes into action. Neocortex means the logical brain comes into action. But if you just think in mind, you will not be able to think clearly. Your mind controls all your thoughts. And mind, you know what mind does. All negative, and it will just, as I said, Mark Twain says that my life is full of bad events, but very few actually happened. And many times, dear friends, that we think about all the bad events, we disturb ourselves, anxious. But very few bad events actually happen. Yes or no, guys? Put your thoughts on paper. Then only you get clarity. Because when you put your thoughts on paper, your neocortex comes into action. Neocortex means the logical brain comes into action. But if you just think in mind, you will not be able to think clearly. Your mind controls all your thoughts. And mind, you know what mind does. All negative, and it will just, as I said, Mark Twain says that my life is full of bad events, but very few actually happened. And many times, dear friends, that we think about all the bad events, we disturb ourselves, anxious. But very few bad events actually happen. Panic, and we think that I will die. So let us see how we can think more clearly and more realistically. Emotions are those, but do you know that there is one thing called automatic thoughts? These are the auto thoughts, also called as default thoughts. And these are always negative. In this situation, so when something is a problem, when something is wrong in your life, auto thoughts will come. See, understand, your emotions, anxiety, is you think it's because of the event. It is not because of the event. It's because of the thoughts. And these are auto thoughts. Auto thoughts. Thought like my dad is late. Why? Why is late? May I met with an accident. The worst possible scenario. Okay? But not only accident. Then major accident. Not only injured, severely injured, or maybe he is dead also. See how our mind thinks. Not only injured, but maybe he is dead also. He will not come again. These are the automatic thoughts that come. Does this happen, guys? Yes or no? It happens. Yes, we think that why I'm thinking so negative about my dad. I should not think. But it happens. You can't suppress the thoughts. Understand? I can't, in this situation, your friend comes and says that, hey, don't worry, be positive. What happens? Your thoughts vanish? No, you think more negatively. So you stop. Okay, I'll handle it. These are the automatic thoughts. Now, understand, let us write one more section here. Distortions in your thoughts. We will call it as errors in your thoughts. Have you heard the word cognitive? Cognitions? Cognitions, what you have heard? Anyone has heard? Cognitions. What is cognitions? Cognitions. Huh? My video? Yeah, it was there. Okay. Okay. Distortions. Distortions. Okay. See, cognitions means thoughts. Thoughts. And when you are not able to think in the right way, means you are not able to have that cognitions in a proper way. Cognitions means, simple terms, your ability to think in a right way. All of you getting it? Your ability to think in a right way. Now the problem is, all of you, the problem is most of us don't know that. Most of us don't know that our thinking is wrong. See, our thinking is wrong means what? You believe in your thoughts. Problem starts there. Why do you get anxiety? When you believe in these thoughts, which thoughts? Auto thoughts. Then only you get anxiety. If you don't believe, you don't get anxiety. Believe means what? You are sure. You are sure that accident has happened. So when you believe in these thoughts, disturbance will come. But the problem is, most of the people, they believe in these thoughts without actually verifying the thoughts. You getting my point? It's very important. You believe in your faulty thoughts and you think that the faulty thought is true. Why do you believe in the faulty thoughts? See, it's believe in the thoughts means what? It's simple. All of you, imagine someone comes to your door and knocks the door at 10 o'clock in the morning. Will you open it? Yes. Someone comes and knocks the door at 2 o'clock at night. Will you open it? No. Means what? Now you haven't entertained that person. You have made a decision. Which decision? To open the door or not to open the door. But that doesn't happen with thoughts. What happens? Every thought comes to you and you open the door. The thought comes in. Every thought, you blindly believe in that thought. Why? Because you aren't able to separate you from your thoughts. You aren't able to separate that. Listen, you are not your thoughts. Thoughts are different and you are different. You are not your thoughts. What you do is, when a thought comes, you are very innocent. What do? Thought knocks the door. Oh, thought, accident, please come in. You accept, in short, you hug the thought. Yeah, yes, I hug you. Because you are innocent. You blindly believe your thoughts. In fact, you aren't able to separate. You aren't able to separate yourself from the thoughts. You don't know that thoughts are separate entities, and you have the choice to decide whether to accept the thought or not. Most of the people don't know that they have a choice. They have the choice, they have the authority to believe or not. They have a choice. What they believe, anyone who knocks the door, open the door. But they don't know that they have the right whether to open the door or not. And that I realized. What I learned that I have a authority to open the door or not.
But it happens very suddenly. How do you get it?
That's why we are writing here. It happens very suddenly means what? You have the habit of auto thinking. You do not have the habit of taking a pause. Auto thought will come. And what do? You believe in that. Let us take the door analogy. Someone knocks the door, open. Because you have the habit of opening the door since 20, 30 years. That's the reason why now you don't take a pause. Open the door. Now what I'm telling you, when someone knocks the door, when a thought knocks the door, what to do? Stop. Pause. Pause. Let me give you that signal analogy. Signal. 1, 2, 3. First is signal. First is red. Next is orange. Orange. Anyone is color blind here? Next is this is red. Okay, red. Red means what? Event has happened. Cut. Someone knocked the door. Which event? Died late. Or any event. This is orange. Orange means what? While driving, do you take a pause? How many of you take a pause and stop at signal? Run. As if you are very busy, and the same guy you will find somewhere on the Balpatti talking, wasting time somewhere. I know there are many people in Mishnarbag also I have seen that. If there is signal on this side, while going to Sangli, they will take the U-turn, go from this side, and then go from here. You have done that. And when there is accident, permanently late. This is your habit that you don't take a pause. Pause at traffic signal also and pause here also. Have you heard your daddy saying, "Arey, think and speak, vichar karun bol." Have your dad said that? This pause is the big thing. Take a pause and then green signal is there. Green is there, no? Green means what? Action. That is what we have to follow, guys. Now here the most important thing is this. Pause. And in that pause, what do you have to do? Again, the door. Don't open the door. What to say? 2 o'clock at night. What do you say actually? You inquire, no? What do you inquire? Who are you? What do you want? You verify, yes or no? If he says that, I'm your close friend. Really? Close friend? You have that keyhole, no? You see from there. Do you see, all of you? Same thing you have to do with your thoughts. You have to verify the thoughts. You have to check the thoughts. You have to see whether the thoughts are really true or not. How to do that, I'll tell you. Dad is late. What do you conclude? Accident. Let us verify with the evidence. What you have to say, what you have to see? What you have to see? Evidence. What is the evidence? That your dad met with an accident? Yes? What is the evidence? Okay. Suppose in Sangli there are 10,000 vehicles, 10,000 cars are there. How many cars met with an accident every day? Out of 10,000? 10? In Sangli, 10 accidents are there? Major only one or two? Right? Okay, one or two. Out of 10,000 cars, one or two. So out of all the accidents, only one or two met with all the cars, one or two have met with an accident. What is the probability that your dad will be here? What is the probability that your dad will be in that? He is there, but what is the probability? 1 upon 10,000, yes or no? 1 upon 10,000 means 0.0001. But your anxiety is 100%, 80%. How much your anxiety should be? 0.001 anxiety should be there. But is it like that? Your anxiety is? Why? Because you believe that my dad is between 1 and 2. Right? Okay. 1 and 2 met with an accident. Chalo, assume. Out of that, suppose in a car 4 are there. How many die? All 4? Rarely. 1 or 2 die. Again the probability has come down. Yes or no? True? What you're doing is, your distortion I'll tell you, fortune telling. Fortune telling error. Can you tell any fortune, anyone? Anyone can guess a fortune? Future, what will happen? Can you tell? See, I want to ask you. In your life, many a times, your dad was late. How many times he met with a minor accident? How many times? Minor accident, how many times? Maybe not also, in some cases. Maybe in some cases, yes. Yes or no? Maybe bruised. That's all. How many times your dad met with a major accident like breaking the leg or breaking the hand? Again, less. What I want to say, whatever you have thought, whatever you have imagined, how many actually happened? Very less. Very less. So when a thought knocks your door, what do you have to do? You have to ask the thought, hey, who are you? Why should I believe? Accident? Show me the proof. Where is the proof? Come here. It's a probability. It's a probability. Right, guys? Now, when you think, let us write, okay? Healthy thoughts. Today morning this happened with me. Sorry, yesterday morning. My nephew called me and said that, Sandeep Patil, Papa nahi hai, Daddy is not there. He's gone somewhere and his phone is switched off. I said, okay, phone is off. Did he tell anyone? No, he did not tell anyone. He did not tell anyone. He just went. And at that time, it was 11 o'clock. What time he left? 7 o'clock. And then he said that, but while going, one day before, He was talking to my mama that he is going to some temple or something. Okay, I said, if there is a problem, wait now. He may have gone. I asked him, did he fight with anyone? No fights. Usually fights. He was angry, nothing. Any other issues? Nothing. What I did? Evidence. Mobile is switch off. Usually he's old now. So old people don't have that kind of sense to keep their phones on. It's off. Sometimes my eye is calling and the phone is off. I said, phone is off, start first. She doesn't know where to start. You know, like all those old people, they don't know how to start the phone. It's like trying to drive a car when it is off. Something like that. At 4 o'clock, there was a call from my nephew. So what do you think? What was going on at the back of my mind? What I was thinking? Positive or negative? No, negative. I am here to tell realistic things, not popular things. I thought, oh my God, he called me. Something is wrong. I think he's telling about Mama, my uncle. There was anxiety in me. Don't know what is the news. And he said, Alekari. He came. Anxiety, zero. But what I want to tell is, I am telling you the realistic situation, not like movies. All positive, nothing. Humans are not like this. Even I am not like that.
Positive because you did evidence.
Even though I did evidence, still there is anxiety when there is a phone call. All of you understood? Yes. That doubt is there. The doubt is still there. Because at that time when there was a phone call, my monkey mind came and disturbed me. My rational mind went to sleep. All this went to sleep for that 30 seconds. And my monkey mind said, something has happened. He called. Because earlier I had told him, if there is a problem, call me. So he called. All was fine. Look at this, guys. What should be the healthy thought? Now here we should not be naive. Naive means what? Nothing will happen. It is 12 o'clock, midnight. Still you say, no, think positive. No. What we have to do? We have to look at the evidence. But when you panic, all of you understand, चिंता घटाए चतुराई, चिंता घटाए चतुराई, दुख से घटे शरीर, लोभ किए धन घटे, कह गए दास कबीर. The moment you are anxious, panic, you will not be able to look for the evidence. So look for the evidence, guys. Suppose your dad comes home at 7 o'clock, usually, but it is 8 o'clock. So people who are anxious, at 7:30 they will start panicking. 7:45, more. 8 o'clock, they're gone, sweating. That should not be the case. So, 9 o'clock, yes, look for the evidence. At 9 o'clock, look for the evidence. How to look for the evidence? Don't directly jump and go to police station. Otherwise, you are in police station and your dad comes behind you, slaps you, cat. Who told you to come here? No, I thought. What do you thought? It happens sometimes. And you are so kind of embarrassed to tell your loved ones also that I'm thinking such negative things. Yes or no, guys? Yes. We even can't tell our mother that I think he met with an accident, you will get a slap. So at 9 o'clock, yes, just... And what we do is we try to keep ourselves busy, but we can't concentrate. Yes or no? Yes. That thought again comes and says that, see, 9:15 it is. Do something about it. And you always try to put a brave face. You try to put a brave face. I'm not worried, but you're worried. And you tell your mother, don't worry, you are worried. Don't panic, you are panic. So when the plane is at 32,000 feet and it's in the turbulence, it's facing the turbulence, the pilot announces, don't panic. No one should panic. Who's panicked? Pilot is panicked. No, it doesn't happen. Pilots go through simulation test. Now, we can talk about airplane also. I will talk about that. So, what is the healthy thought? I will wait. Probability of accident is very less, but still I will confirm at 9 o'clock and call his friends. All of you got it? Okay, then what? Then 10 o'clock. And suppose your friends, dad's friend says that no, he went at 6 o'clock. He's not there. Then again think, okay, where he may go? Usually he may go somewhere, maybe his friend's home, maybe in a hotel, maybe shopping, maybe. Think probability. Call them. And then when it is 12 o'clock, then you have to get into action. Yes or no, guys? Then you have to take your car or bike and contact and actually go out and if it's 1 o'clock, you have to go to the police station. But usually that will not happen. Getting it? So what I'm saying is, in that between 7 to 9 o'clock, what was your behavior? 7 to 9 o'clock, 7 to 10 o'clock, what was your behavior? That's important. You should not have got that anxious. See, we don't want anxiety, we want, okay, now another emotions will come. Huh? What is the healthy thought? Healthy thought is not naive thought. Huh? Not naive means what? Nothing happened, positive. No. What is a healthy thought? We call healthy negative emotions. Do you remember about emotions? Healthy negative emotions we want. What is that? The thought can be, I will call his friend and confirm. What is the healthy emotion? This is unhealthy emotion. Healthy emotion is concern. You are concerned. You're concerned. When you are anxious, what is your behavior? Now your parents are worried about you rather than your daddy. Now they have to handle you. What is the major? First problem was daddy is late. Now what is the second problem? You are anxious. So rather than looking for your dad, your family has to look after you. Control him. So that is not required. Now you are concerned. It's a healthy concern. Healthy, you should have that healthy concern. Then I told you 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, go and take actions. After 11 o'clock, take actions. In this journey, what we understood, dear friends? Have I said that think positive? No. What I said, think realistic. Think evidence-based. What is realistic thinking? Maybe he is late, but after 12 o'clock, maybe he has met with an accident, and again met with an accident, but maybe minor accident, not major accident. Then you can contact police. Overall, all these things, what we have discussed, how to think realistically. In short, you have to look for the evidence. In short, you have to look for the probability of events happening. As I said before, okay, why he is late? So many reasons are there. Maybe he has gone to meet his friend. Maybe he is watching a movie. Maybe something else, office work. Okay, so up to 9 o'clock, you should not directly go and jump to 10th one. Which was the 10th one? Worst. What is the worst? So, up to 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, don't decide it is accident. After 11 o'clock, now you should be concerned. Concerned. And still you don't know, Still you don't know. Even at 12 o'clock also you don't know. So you must be concerned a bit nervous. I understand that. Because 12 o'clock, unusual. All of you clear with this? Unusual. After that, you can take and see, understand. I was not that fortunate that my dad will come. I was hoping he will come, but he did not come. But that event happens very rarely. And I hope that your dad should come home for 100 years more. Not like my dad. When I was 21 years old, my dad did not return back. But I hope that your dad should come, he should stay with you forever. At least for 100 years. Right, guys? Okay. A similar case we can take here. And you have to solve that. Okay? You are traveling by plane. So traveling by plane is fun. Fun? For me also it was very fun. Before the plane took off. But when the plane took off, fun went and anxiety came. It was horrible for me. And this you can apply there also, in plane, or many situations in life you can apply this. Friends, understand, as she said, though it looks simple, but it is not easy to apply. It looks very simple, but not easy to apply. And the chances are, again, next time some bad or anxiety triggering event happens, you will directly believe in the thought, anxiety happens, then your dad comes, and then you remember Sandeep Patil told. Did not work. So, I'll tell you the solution. Understand? This takes time. Watch this session again and again. Because our thinking is a kind of a habit. We have the habit since 20, 30 years. Now it's difficult to change. And some people are anxious by nature. It's like genetically we are anxious. How many of you are anxious people? Raise your hands. You are brave people. Let the event happen. कशी लागते बघा तुमची वाट. We have this kind of, we want to show, I'm not scared, I'm brave. So, there was one guy in my, I will not take the name, he always used to show I'm brave. Okay. So one day I decided to scare him. So it was night. And I knocked the door at 2 o'clock, his door. He asked, who is it? No answer. Who is it? Cut. No answer. Then his voice changed. Who is it? No answer. No, story is not over. Now see. Then I thought he may die, so I said, Sandeep. And he opened the door. I said, scared? No. Scared? No. Even though he was scared, sweating, but he did not accept it. So anxiety, everyone has that. Okay? So any doubts here? Anything you want to ask me? As I promised at the beginning of the session that I will try and take a good session. Did you like it? Will it help you? This you can apply in interview also, in exam also. You can apply this.